Hello! So I'm here with another speed paint, and this is a drawing of Kamisato Ayato, who is a newly announced character officially. A lot of Ayato fans have been waiting for an official appearance for almost a year, if not longer than that. So people have been anticipating Ayato's entrance into the game since Ayaka was released, and since people found out that Ayaka has an older brother. So even I am one of those people who was waiting for Ayato because I always like male characters in Genshin. But I will say I did still enjoy having Ayaka in the game, and she was very charismatic. I liked her story quest as much as I didn't like the Inazuma Archon quest conclusion, as well as Raiden Shogun and Sangonomiya Kokomi story quest. I did actually enjoy Ayaka's, even though Ayaka's was also very dating sim-like, which was why I didn't even like the other two. I think the reason for that, though, is that Ayaka wasn't marketed as someone with a huge political influence. She has some political influence as a co-leader of the Yashio Commission along with her brother, and she still does what she can as the princess and lady of the Kamisato clan to push for the ending division from decree and helping people combating corruption. So she does do all those things, but it wasn't the marketing for Raiden Shogun was, she's an Archon, so you expect it to be something more lore heavy like Zhongli's, or with Sangonomiya Kokomi, she was marketed as a great military strategist, and so I was kind of hoping to see a little bit more of her skills and how the war between the Shogun's army and the rebel forces in Watatsumi Island, how that ends up. And we didn't really get anywhere with that, really. By the end, it just kind of ends. It gets fixed, but not really. Like, I didn't like that. So hopefully with 2.5 and forward, we might get a little bit more of Inazuma's story that expands on those ideas. But anyway, I'm excited to get to know Ayato. He will likely come in 2.6, if not later. And I won't be talking about leaks in lore or leaks in gameplay, because technically those are supposed to be known to the public. And even if I did talk about them, none of them are confirmed because they're not officially released. Anything could change between the leaks and now, and they might not even be true in the first place. So just take all leaks that you see online with a grain of salt. But I will talk about what we know about him so far with the lore, because there are some voice lines about him. Some of the voice lines about him are from Raiden Shogun, from Sayu, from Arataki Ito. So things we do know about him is that he's not as public-facing as his sister. He likes to do a lot of things behind the scenes, which kind of demonstrates how he is the leader of the Shimatsuban, which is basically a ninja or shinobu organization that Sayu is part of, for instance. And it shows that Ayato is actually very good at finding Sayu with ease, despite her hiding and shinobu capabilities, which I thought shows a little bit of his skill set. And it makes sense that he would want to stay behind the scenes because of his status as leader of the Shimatsuban. But he also has a playful side to him. Raiden Shogun actually states in the voice line that he tends to pull mischiefs on Tri-Commission affairs, but she tolerates them due to his loyalty to the shogunate, which I thought was interesting. Another fact that we know about him that shows a little bit of his playful side is that he does play cards and competes in beetle fights with Arataki Ito. And we did see him attend one of Ito's plays, which was actually Ito hijacking a play performance, and he and Arataki gang basically just hijack it and take over the performance. But Ayato seemed to enjoy that, as his voice line in that little teaser showed. He regretted the fact that the Tenryo Commission had shown up to arrest them. And so I'm definitely looking forward to meeting Ayato in game. And I forgot to mention, but he also has a connection with Toma, obviously, because Toma is the Kamisato clan's housekeeper, and it is strongly implied that Ayato was the one who inspired Toma to the point that Toma ended up receiving vision. So we definitely know that this man is definitely very multifaceted, and I hope he lives up to the hype. Another thing we know is that Ayato and Ayaka both lost their parents at a pretty young age, and they both had to step up as leaders of the Yashiro Commission, despite their youth. So I think we'll hopefully see a little bit of how that affected him, just as how we saw a little bit of how that affected Ayaka. It's clear that he probably knows his parents a little more than Ayaka does, and so hopefully we get to see a little bit more insight of what he remembers about his parents and how he is continuing that family legacy and how he might be progressing to move forward from that legacy, what he's doing to make his mark in history. So hopefully we'll see that. I want to also talk about his character design. I don't think my current artistic skills can do his character outfit justice, but I will say that I noticed how the rumors about Jolly's character design inspiring Ayato's might actually be true, because we do have some similar aspects. We have a suit-like outfit that's not really what you would think of when you think of traditional clothing. So we have that, but we also have some aspects that show his status as a noble and someone associated with the shrine and ceremonial events with the long flowing sleeves. So we have that element of tradition, upholding tradition, and also moving forward with progress. We have a little bit of that. So that gives me a sort of an idea of what kind of character he might be as well. I also think that his color palette's a bit different from Ayaka's, which is not too surprising, because of course the game would want to change things up a bit. And even like the travelers, the siblings don't exactly have the same color scheme. But his is more white with some light purple, white pants, black gloves, golden armor, and some golden ropes and stuff. So we have in dark blue labels. While his sister had a lot more darker colors, I think, or dark blue and some pink and some black. So there's definitely some kind of yin and yang design action going on between the siblings, and I think they match together, but it's just not like, it's not as if he's some kind of gender bent version of Ayaka, which is what a lot of fan artists were doing, which I didn't find that criticism fair, because Ayaka was kind of the basis for what her brother would look like, of course, because they're siblings, and using her outfit to kind of figure out what his outfit might look like is not necessarily a bad theory, because they both work in similar functions, so kind of having a work uniform, so to speak, wouldn't be that weird. But it's nice that he has a different color palette. I also think that they added a small mole on his face, which she also has, but it's in a different location, so it's underneath his mouth instead. We do know that he is a Hydro character, and since his sister's Cryo, I do think that the two siblings would make a very good Freeze Comp team. Hopefully the game devs made sure that their kits complement each other, which they probably did. I believe in them, at least in that. I mean, people complain about kits, but they never really do for kits in terms of lore usually, so hopefully they do that. And I am going to start building my Ayaka so I can have a nice sibling with Freeze Comp team as well that I can use whenever I'm exploring Inazuma. I already used Chongyun and Xingqiu as my Freeze Comp team, but sometimes I like to challenge myself and only use characters from that region, minus Traveler, he either can be anywhere. I try to challenge myself and use only characters of this region can be used here when I'm exploring this region. It makes things a little more exciting. Alright, so thank you very much for watching the speed paint, and I hope you like it. When I finished it, I was like, oh no, this looks too much like the official Genshin character icons, and it's not going to be looking as good as what the official icons gonna look like, but it's okay, I can deal. But hopefully you like the final product, and hopefully one day I'll be able to improve my style and process so that it'll look even better in the future. Bye!